start being a little salad, you, and turn with the ball. Yo, look for me when I talk to you, brother. I don't want to see you turn back no more ball. You're a warrior inside of you. You're the heart of a lion inside of you. Wake up and fight. You're the smartest man for the field. Use your head. And kick on the ball. Come on, man. Our leader give hard for you. And the leader, because of your mistake, step on the bench. It's a win-win. You have to lead now. You have to lead now. Look in the eye when I talk to you. You have to lead now. You have to fight now. Time for listening to them because here and over there is over. The color of your skin don't matter. It's the color of your heart. You go fight them and show who you are. At no time at all, we need to be giving up and panicking and turning back the ball. Portion. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Can't take what you say, man. Over there, hands up.
You know what I realize with a lot of people? Why they're stuck. Why they don't go further than they are. Why sometimes they regress. Why people that are so quick to comment negatively or give a backhanded compliment and think it's okay, or make a backhanded comment, because they're so focused on the messenger and not the message. And that's a big issue that I'm noticing pretty much every day. So many people want to listen to reply and not listen to apply. You want to listen to respond, but not listen to understand. Focus on the message. That's all I have to say. Have a blessed day.
Hi, my name is Tiffany Cameron, Reggae Girls top striker, and you are watching Ryan LFC YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Oh, and there's them here. This is Boom Boom, aka World Boom, the Billboard selector, and me I represent for Ryan LFC. To get the latest Reggae Boyz content, just hit that like and subscribe button. And the Operation Ball Game, I say it. Knock it, Ryan.
So guys, welcome back to the channel, guys. Your boy Ryan LFC back again, guys. Another top shelf video for you guys today. As you guys can see in the title and the thumbnail. Yes, my beautiful people. We're going to have Dujuan Richards, agent, Leon Bailey, agent, on the show. We're going to discuss the future of Jamaican football. What is going on in the Phoenix Academy? What next for Craig Butler? People, we're going to definitely discuss all of them things there. So make sure say only leave when I talk down in the comment section. People, we're going to open up the phone line, but after when we get through most of the questions that we have, then the phone line going to open and you guys can call in and share when you talk down in the comment section. So nothing but love and respect to all of the people down in the comment section. Georgia girl, big up yourself. Tennessee, big up yourself. Really do appreciate all of you guys down in the comment section. Man United, as usual, big bucket job. Yes, man. And thank you very much, Tottenham, to hold them back. You understand? But Carla, good evening. Welcome to the show. Carla, good evening. Welcome to the show.
Yo, Ryan.
Yes, Carla.
Go on, brother.
We are dealing. But they're live, you know.
Almost there live. Yeah. Them stream there.
But they're live.
Man, me like where you
Wallace,
Yeah, brother.
Wallace, after, me call you back after we almost ready for taking the
Come on, me I
call.
go. Alright, what me I go do? Me I go. No,
Wallace,
some good to call you back. Hold on.
Wallace, you have to fix the internet when you call back. Yes, sir? Yeah. All right, people. Wallace thing now. So, yeah. So, big up to Coach Karumi, General. Way of life. All them time, the way back from Excelsior. Really appreciate the knowledge and the standard. Yeah, man. Instill that in Ryan LFC. Still appreciate all of them stuff there. You get to me and say? Yeah, man. Big up to all of the people in the comment section. Tennis Lewis, big up on yourself. Fresh God, big up on yourself. Ian's, big up yourself. All right, so people, we're going to bring on a guest without no joke thing. Mr. Butler, good evening, sir. How are you doing?
Yeah, you know, so I'm not doing so. I feel a little sick, that's why I'm late.
Oh,
Blood
okay.
pressure issues.
Blood pressure. Sorry to hear that, Bridget. I hope all is well and stuff. And things.
Yeah,
But
I'm there.
so you play a practice game today?
Oh, you know.
Oh, me know. There are people on the ground, man.
Nah, man, we play every day, man. Play every day. We play when we train, we have squad match, and then today after that we play a little 20-minute match or a 30-minute match with like mostly some under 15, either CASAF or JFF or something. Come.
Okay. So what you hope to lately with the Phoenix Academy? What you hope to lately with the Phoenix Academy?
Well, remember now, you know, I have withdrawn from the Phoenix Academy as it relates to leadership and stuff, you know. I've passed that on to Travis and Casey and Kyle and Shelley. I am now just focusing on the management of the players. So as you see, if you look at my thing, you see Craig Butler, Phoenix Sports Management, not Phoenix All-Stars Football Academy.
Okay.
So I'm focusing on the management of the players, guidance, development, making sure they're prepared as can be in terms of from a professional perspective and representing them. You know.
Okay. So what makes
now
you
that it's
have
reached
that
a
change?
point where players are transferring, I can no longer associate in that way, you know.
Okay. So is this is you still the owner, or you just put other people in place to get them role and stuff?
No, man. Phoenix is now Phoenix is really owned by Casey Butler, you know?
Casey Butler.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's managed by Shelley and Nicola Bicknell and Travis and Kyle. So it's not a situation where, of course, we're all family, but it's not, you know, we've divided it so that one covers this, one covers that. I still represent, I am the manager of all the players. So that's where my thing is, you know, the coaching answer. If you notice, Travis is coaching in the days. Kyle is going on representations with the players to Chelsea or whatever, and to Newcastle. Casey is doing the PR and the relationship side locally and internationally. And Shelley and Nicola are the hubs in terms of the management of the administration and those things. So really, I just have to work on the transferring of the players, because that's a big job, because they're of age now. So that takes a lot of focus. I have to just focus on that alone now and make it happen, you know?
Okay, fair enough. So you're still day to day, so you said Travis will the one who coaching. So you're still getting coach coming in and there overseas?
Yeah, man, coaches coming in and out. Chelsea will be coming here shortly. Man City coming here. And we do our tours and what and so. But when I go, say for instance, I go on a trip, I go as the agent for the players, the manager.
Okay.
Right? Travis, I go as the coach. Yeah. Shelly and Kyle are going and Casey as you know, president and VP and whatever. So it's a different structure to the whole thing.
And when this structure take place, is it this year or it's been in place for a good look while now?
It's been in place for a good while now. If you really look at how I operate and what I speak to, I always speak to the management of the players. If you look at it, anytime there's an issue with Leon or with Kyle or Whisper or any of the players, then you see me come up to defend it.
Okay.
That's my job.
Okay.
You know?
Okay. Fair enough. So with all of these changes in the Phoenix Academy, what can you tell the people across the world about? We know you as day-to-day hands-on with the coaching and all of them stuff there. What can you tell the people them? Is it the same metal of all of these stuff going on at Phoenix Academy?
It's a total. Listen, if you, let's say, raise up a child in the way that he should grow, and when he's old, he shall not depart from it. Travis football that he knows today is me teach Travis in football from Malika youth come all the way up. So I don't have to worry about what kind of coaching he's going to do. He's going to coach what I taught him years ago, and the systems and stuff. So it's good for me now to just focus on the movement of the players, getting commercial deals for them, ensuring that the opportunities are there, protecting them image, protecting them if they're being overlooked by national teams or whatever, making decisions in the best interest of the player. So if we have like Chelsea down or a club down, what decision will I make? Do they go into a national U20 camp or do they train with the Chelsea scout, you know? So these are the things that we have to do, and they're hard decisions and it takes a lot of maturity. So I try my best to do it, you know.
Okay.
And defend the clients. I mean, you know the situation. A lot has happened, and a lot has had to be persevered and risen above.
So I want you to tell me a little bit about Ben that played for Jamaica in the under-17. How good is this player? You show that he are full
Jamani,
of
Jamani is a top talent, but if you watch any of the tapes of the training sessions at Phoenix, or even what you would have seen as a practice game, right? You'll realize the level is just so high. When I go to the games to training and watch, I just go in like this. Plus I rub my palms because Jamani Bell is a super player. But Denzel McKenzie is a super player. Dylan John is a super player. Dujuan Richards is a super player. Sheman Phillips is a super player. Now we have Saka joined us. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Very good player too.
Where is Saka is from?
Saka?
Yeah.
Saka is Kevon Wilson, Pele Wilson's son.
Oh,
I
yeah?
played for JC this year, so he's now a part of Phoenix.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so we're working on him and getting opportunities for him and get him over here. Little Richard, Roderick Reed that I played with, his son, Marquez Reed that played for Clarendon College, a wicked winger. He's at Phoenix now. You know?
Yeah.
Being managed and prepared and you know, Damoy, Whitfield, super midfielder. You know, Kante, Romario and Thomas. You don't get better than that. I mean, the level is just so high that it's like a symphony watching them play. You know, it's just beautiful football.
So
we do a couple of Instagram lives recently and you can see it. And as a manager, as somebody whose job is to move the players now, believe me, it's not going to be that hard, you know. This summer we have a huge tour that they're going on. expose tour. We're going after Chelsea and Man City come down here. We're going to go to Girona in Spain, Levante in Spain, Academica and Vitoria in Portugal, Dortmund in Germany, Leverkusen in Germany, Genk in Belgium. The players have come of age, and then we're going into England, play Aston Villa, play against Man City, play against Chelsea, U21s. And,
Is this tour coming up this year?
Yeah, man, this year in late June, right after CXC exams, they leave,
Okay. So I want to focus more on the Phoenix side of things. What the kids them in Phoenix, they go to school, or are they at you guys have class, people teach them at the Phoenix Academy? Are they go to school?
Well, the thing is, we have, for example, Whisper now has a tutor that works with him. Yeah, because he's already going pro, and we don't want him to have no distraction. So he has a tutor that works with him. He has also Laura Butler that's working with him. Auntie Laura, remember my sister?
Yeah, man, and remember.
And she has the consulting company that works on public speaking, image projection, etiquette, social media management, all of those things. Because a lot of people don't realize these boys are still really teenagers. They're still kids, and they have to be taught what is dangerous to them and what is not. You understand? What to do and what not to do. Down to literally things like etiquette and fine dining and how to dress on specific occasions, how to shake a hand, how to carry yourself in public. These are things that we work on. All the players go to school. Those players who are out of school or in the last phases of school, for example, waiting on A-level exams or O-level exams, they're in a process where they go to school a couple of days a week. And the way the world has changed is there's a lot of online studying going on now. Alexander Bicknell, he does his online studying, Dante does it too, and at the same time he goes to school. So they all are doing what is required academically, but we also are focusing on getting them to a level of professionalism in terms of what they say, do, and how they behave, so that we don't have too many episodes. But we'll have them, but we don't have too many episodes of where they fall, short of what they should be doing as role models.
Definitely. So you speak about you guys have a tour coming up and stuff. If the people them right now across the world want to get in contact with Mr. Butler to get into the Phoenix Academy, at what age you start to take player?
Really take players from their 4.5, 5 years old.
So is it you have two different program where the bigger set of boys the one side and you have the kids them small?
Yeah, we have the younger kids that are called the juniors that train on the level. So even if you're older, but your level isn't high enough to play with the elites, you still stay in that grouping and develop in that group until you can transition to the next level. So we have in our groups age group teams, but we really divide the training mostly based off ability and development, where you've reached, rather than where you are. So when Kyle and them guys and Mikey and Babatunde working on the players in terms of their development, it's not on how old they are, but how good they are. So for example, today we have a kid named Mighty Ants that I'm sure he's gonna play Manny Cup in his first year in high school. I'm sure. He's only 12 now. And him just a finishing pep or whatever. But I'm sure he'll play. And I'm sure he will perform, score goals, assist goals. But that's the thing, when you take a kid who is younger and you have him training with the older ones, his level increases. He doesn't stay at the level of his own age group. He has to go up.
Most definitely. All right. So so we know that Whisper going into Chelsea down in this year. Who next?
Hold on 1 second. 1 second.
Okay.
1 second. Hello? Yeah, who is this? Fuck him out. Give me about 30 minutes and call me back, yeah? Yeah. I want to players them pocket. Whenever the players them call, I answer, because you never know when it's a emergency or one of them in a trouble or something.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so what you're saying?
So Whisper moving on this year. Who are the next player that, because I know that most team in the world that they always focus on one player, big player, get them out, and then the another player come through. Is that same principle at Phoenix?
No, we can't. We just can't, because there's just too many good players to focus on one at a time. That's why we have had to ensure that I just focus on moving the players. Because when you look at it, you have this year you have Itis, that's 18, that's the central defender from Mona. One that come from down Tarnton Bridge. So you have Whisper, you have Dovey, you have Damoy Whitfield, you have Mario Sims, you have Shaba from St. Vincent, you have Theo that is now going to turn 17 this year, but he can move now. Just play one more year Money Cup. Bell will have to start going out on trials and playing and stuff. He's touching 16. He's 16 now, going 17. You have, Dylan John. You have Saka, or just come in. You have Little Richie. All of those players need attention and opportunities. You have Romar and Thomas. You have Kishane Gordon. Just so many players. And, it's like if you have your fruits on a tree and you don't sell them or eat them, they're going to rotten. So every day I'm working hard to get them out.
So how do you manage that you make everybody feel special and feel important, even if they are not the greatest right now?
Well, because that's the reason why when the academy was formed so many years ago, we named it Phoenix All Stars Football Academy. Everybody was a star. You're just at different levels of development. It don't mean you're not going to get there. Yeah? So that's one of the reasons that we're like that. And it's important to value your players and to care about your players and to treat them as family. At the end of the day, that's what they are. If I spend 15 to 16 hours a day with these guys, they're my family. I spend more time with them than even my own relatives. So a lot of them live with us, and we've had them for a long time. For example, Demario Daly has been with us since he was 7, 8 years old. And the other day, Mount Pleasant and Fergie come and try and take my player away. Have the little you telling him that he's going to is a national competition in under 17 he's going to play, and he's to come down there and play for Mount Pleasant, and it won't take him away from Phoenix. He's not taking him from Phoenix. The minute a player signed with a different club, yeah? Once that player touch 18 and you want to move that player, the club has to give a release or he can't move. And if the club don't give a release, if the club don't get money, they're not going to get a release. So they're basically stealing. He was trying to steal the player. Luckily, when Angel realized what was going on, he came straight home, and he's here. He's outside, I think. You know, but as I say, it's about love. You know, you really have to love your players and care about them and do the right thing by them. Because when you do the right thing by them, they'll never forget those things. Even if you might have a one-man sellout, you know, in the end you'll come back and say, boy, I'm sorry. Because you remember who you really are. You remember what your character is, what you are like as a person. And I think that, you know, I have a way about me, which is it's very aggressive in defense. You know, but at the same time, when you're the people that you're defending so aggressively and zealously, they will appreciate what you're willing to do for them. You know, and a lot of people don't understand, you know, why I would call out JC and Mount Pleasant coach on a public forum. It's to learn a lesson, develop your own. Develop your own. I don't go and recruit players. If my player get up and say I want to go to you, that's fine. But you don't go and trick up the player and take him go down a country and have him down there. The youth's supposed to be in school, you have him down there at Mount Pleasant for over a week. You understand? It's not correct. Not correct. And I'm never gonna accept that.
Fair enough. But if a competition in Jamaica, academic competition, would you take part in it, enter the competition?
Of course. Well, what we have done, you know, because we really have just been quietly trotted along, right? But the academy side of business, the club is actually a part of the St. Anne FA, you know. They are affiliated, you know.
So Phoenix yeah. Affiliated to the St. Anne FA.
Of course. We used to forget we used to play down there in that league.
Mm-hmm.
You don't remember?
Yeah, I remember a couple years ago. But what happened make you guys stop though?
We just feel that when we play in the leagues, it exposes us to bad treatment, unfair refereeing, bad treatment, spite, you know.
Is it because that you, Craig, sometimes you rough up the referee and stuff?
No. You see, people don't understand. If you hurt my players, I'm going to rough you up. If you saw the JC final, JC Mona?
The semi-final, Manning Cup.
The semi-final, yeah. You saw it?
Mm-hmm.
In the world of football, because so many people have died from head injuries or gotten so badly damaged, like, you know, Abby from Ajax, for example, right?
Mm-hmm.
He will never play football again, right? Because he never got the care in time that he needed, so his brain didn't get the oxygen. So the rules are, the minute you get a head injury and somebody goes down for the head, the ball could end up on the goal line, stop the game, and go and attend to the player. The JC player, elbow knockout Dujuan Mitchell. Dujuan Mitchell is a central defender. He's on the left side, knocked out on the ground with blood gushing from his nose. The referee waves play on. And that's how Zimini scored. Because everybody else was trying to attend to him. And then the ref don't stop the game and say play on with the man on the ground with a head injury. And then when the goal scored, the referee said, oh, you can attend to him now. Huge blunder. But the question again is, was it a blunder? You know? For me, if I were a member of the Referees Association or the president, that man would have get a serious scolding. You understand? Serious. Whether it is Mona or anybody else. I lost a player. Dominic James was built in Phoenix. You know that, right? You know that, right?
No. Who that?
You never know Dominic James.
Me hear the name, but me can't put...
Dominic James was one of the 3 best young talents who had at Phoenix. It was Kyle, Leon, and Dominic at the time. Right? Dominic went to JC and played Money Cup for JC. Then he moved from JC and captain Georges. Right? He had a heart attack in the game. And it took a very long time. I don't think they have ambulance at the game or whatever, but it took a very long time to address his condition.
Oh, that are the judges too. That are the judges.
Yes, and he died.
Yeah. Thanks for that in the comment section, man.
Yeah, he died. He was built in Phoenix. Yeah, when at his funeral, the whole of Phoenix go and give him send off. You understand? But you would think that after seeing those things happening, you would the referees would have been more concerned and conditioned to believe that if a man gets a head injury and goes down on the ground and blood is rushing from his nose, you stop the game. Man, play on.
I remember that was a foul. I remember that game in the National Stadium.
Yeah, so it's not even if it was a foul or not, you know. Even if it was not a foul, it was, but even if it was not a foul and a man is down with a head injury, you stop the game. You stop the game. Not because it matters who get the goal or who get the advantage or not, but that could be a man that need attention now that his brain is being deprived of oxygen and is about to die. You do not have any jurisdiction, no leverage or nothing to continue the game. You have to stop the game.
Fair enough. I agree with you. Once a head injury, the game supposed to stop.
The man that stop the game, the man play the game until Zimini score. And then him say, you can go and look at him now. So it means that he saw him all along. You know?
Fair enough. All right.
But
so
when I raise these things, I am combative or whatever they want to call it. When I raise them, but you know what? I guess Jesus used to raise things too, and everybody used to say he was a troublemaker. And I guess Martin Luther King used to raise them, and I guess when Mark Mendel tried to pay players in Jamaica, they used to say he was a troublemaker too. But things, unless you do certain things, things don't change. I raise awareness to it, it don't change.
Fair enough. As sitting in a seat right now, are you happy with the direction of Jamaican football overall? The direction? And
Boy, boss, I don't know. I like the coach.
No, man, I talk about before I get to the national team, but I talk about the direction in the JPL and where you're seeing happen on the ground.
Not really.
What are some of the things that you're unhappy or you'd like to see improve to get the nation to the next level?
I just think an overall cleaning need to be done. Some bleach and disinfectant. Clean out the room. Because it's dirty. It's indeed very dirty. And it hasn't improved. Those who are in the know what was done with Dujuan Richards and what was attempted to be done to get him to go and play for Qatar's national team. And they also know that we have the proof of it. You cannot do that when you're in the leadership of the country's football. In terms of the selection process for youth football, you're familiar with Sean Layton?
Sean Layton. Hear the name.
Sean Layton is a little coolie looking youth who play for Mona. The little skinny little one. And him play, him shift up the whole team and him about 6 assists and 2 or 3 goals or something like that. And he's just turning 14 now. He played 2 years man in Capardi. He's 14. He's way above the level. And he was deemed called for Jamaica's under 15. That just went into training now. But if one of our players look like he's willing to leave, he will be called into the national team. It's gotten worse, you know.
You think it gotten worse?
All right, let me ask you a question. How many players from Phoenix was on the all-manning team this year? You know? Starters. Not even on the bench, starting.
You have 2 players.
On the all-manning team?
Yeah. You have
that
2
developed in Phoenix.
Yeah, Whisper and the goalkeeper.
All right, let me help you. Michael Graham, the JC left back, is from Phoenix.
He's playing at Phoenix now.
Yes. He's never left Phoenix. He never gone nowhere else and played nowhere else.
Okay.
Yeah? Zane Pinnock, the third leading goal scorer in the league, is from Phoenix. Don Hugh Mitchell, the second leading goal scorer in Money Cup, is from Phoenix. The goalkeeper, Akeem Bernard, is from Phoenix. Whisper is from Phoenix. Damoy Whitfield, midfielder, from Phoenix. Right?
They have about 6 players.
No, I'm not done yet. The Shaquan Satchel, Phoenix. Yeah? So, and there's more. Right? But guess what now? You know who was called for this little under 20 training with the national team? How many players were called from Phoenix this time around?
1.
Dujuan Richards
And the
Akeem Bernard.
goalie.
Why?
Based on themselves 15 man squad.
Fact of it is, you cannot hide Dujuan Richards or Akeem Bernard anymore. You can't hide them. You can't say they don't deserve to be there. Yeah? But who really knows who Damoy Whitfield is? Unless you see him play. Or you see his profile. Yeah? Xander Bignell, who was one of the better players in the last under-20 tournament, you would agree to that?
Yeah.
He wasn't called to the training. He's here in Jamaica.
Even at least they may have a heap of question, because players will get depend it not in the country, injured, player. I don't know, man. Trust me, I don't know with this thing. But as what them say, a 15 player and they're going to call more. They're going to call more.
Well, hopefully, just the timing of it clash with the visit that we're having from overseas. So Whisper and Akeem couldn't go.
So
we had people from their clubs overseas coming to see. Okay. You know.
So you talk to the federation about that? They not.
Yeah, man, we sent them an email. We sent them an
email
email that they would not be able to join at this time.
Okay. All right. So I have to go back to my question again, because you didn't give me an answer. Do you happy with the football right now in Jamaica?
I answered you no.
So what are some of the things would you like different from the players?
Let me tell you what I'm happy with. I'm happy with the effort being made by the grassroots, the academies, the young academies trying to come up. You have Gregory from Norbrook Strikers. He's doing a really good job. You have Richie West doing a really good job. You have people like Ballers, of course. You have people like KFA, Kingston Football Academy. They're all trying now to emulate what we've been doing and trying to develop the players, to try and take them on tour, to expose them. So it's developing from the grassroots up, but that's being done without the help of the JFF. That's being done by the people on the ground. Those people on the ground need to be involved in the football development in terms of the national team. What I don't like is you have coaches who are coaching in the under 20s, are coaching in the under 15s, are coaching in the under 17s, who are attached to other bodies. Yeah? So whether it is that the JFF want to claim that they don't have enough money to pay a player full-time, pay a coach full-time to do an age group division, so they'll take Garvey Maceo, football team coach, yeah, and put him as the under 17 coach. And if you look at it, you see more of his players from Garvey Maceo played in the under 17 that they failed. Yeah, but yet players like
how many players he may have? One player he may have much player he depend on that team from Garvey Maceo. About
3 or 4.
Yeah?
Yeah, but those did not deserve to be there. How you can have a man? How did Garvey Maceo do in the Costa Cup the other day? How much?
I don't remember. Them was in the semi-final. So that means them.
So how you can have those players making the national under 17 when looking up, you have Carlton Portion Brown who play center for Mona.
Yeah, but Craig.
You have Dante Peralta. Yeah, who play center half and left back and left center for Mona. And you do not include those players. Those players get dropped, but your player who can't go no further than not even under thing there level quarterfinals. You will push up your player, but it's that natural thing. I don't blame the guy because you will naturally have bias. If I was the coach and I know Dante Peralta from him a 6-year-old and I know what his abilities are and I know I can depend on him, I'm going to put him in too. But then Dante has an unfair advantage over the other players that come from this country. So it's not even the coach fault to them. The fact is that if you are a member of a football club, an academy, or school, you should not be appointed as a national coach. You have to be an independent person. That's how the rest of the world does it, and that's how FIFA mandates it. FIFA mandates that you have no conflict of interest in coaching. But yet, there's Speed with Cavaliers, clear conflict of interest. You have a man who come from Reno, conflict of interest. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
I personally, Craig Butler, cannot be a national coach. Cannot. Because chances are, you don't say what if a Phoenix man died. Straight up. Because, let me give you an example, right? When the under 20 didn't want to carry Whisper, and them said, no, Whisper not good enough for him, this and that. You remember how badly I went on?
Mm-hmm. But is it Whisper leading up to that tournament, knee swell, man?
No, man, it was good enough to play that tournament. It was good. He got cleared.
Say he were healthy.
And him got to training, and them say he mustn't. He went and did some. But
the week when the team picked Craig, and that's why Whisper never in the team. Him foot swell up.
No. Whisper at the time they have a little niggle in his knee. We check it out. We give him medication, sort him out, and he was good to go. And he was training and scoring goals every day in them training. Yeah? You cannot not carry Whisper because of a niggle, but you have another man that you carry that him go from the physio board onto the field and back to the physio board. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had a player that was totally injured and couldn't play. What I'm talking about is after that, I went on really bad, raised a whole heap of awareness to it, had Whisper go on and play. How can you have Whisper go on a trial with Real Sociedad and the club want him, and when he comes back, you're saying you don't want him again? And Fuzzy coming in and saying that he hasn't seen enough of him for him to make a decision. Now, this is Fuzzy that every week, however, relationship with Waterhouse, every week we used to go down to Waterhouse and beat up inside, you know, and a Whisper scored the whole of the goal. You know. Remember, say Nicola Bicknell and Bruce Bicknell, Bruce is the chairman of Waterhouse, you know. So I play practice match with them every week. And he's saying that Whisper, him never say Whisper. Right? So we made Whisper play Manning Cup. Dominated. We made the Mona Man and play Manning Cup. Dominated. Right? And now, the point I'm now making is, you're picking the under 20. 9 of the man them on the all man inside. Right? Come out of Phoenix camp. And you're telling me you don't call them man if you're under 20? You just call Whisper and push down because you can't hide them? You will end up with players that start to take their club football more seriously than the national football. Because you really not look out for them. Those in authority. Yeah? Some time ago, there was an argument with me and you and Speed on this show. You remember?
Yeah, I remember.
And that argument started. I came on the show because somebody called me and said that Speed was saying how King cool off Whisper. I know Whisper okay, but King mash him up and King this and King that. Yeah? And I came on the show to defend Whisper, you know. Now, is King signed it?
Him gone overseas, you know.
Where is he gone?
Him gone to Iceland.
Is that a professional league?
Craig, at least the youth is a start and thing, Craig.
The point I'm making is this, and you need to understand. Where's Whisper signed now?
Saying I could have make use the link and get
Sure.
get him
But I've
signed
been saying that all along. You have somebody with my connections. You have somebody with my experience and knowledge. And rather than use that experience and knowledge for the benefit of all Jamaican footballers, you try and block out the thing. And then you send a young talent who should have been developed more to reach a higher level. And you send him to Iceland. So you think I don't recognize, logic would recognize that the national coach must have something to do with that? That a friend get called up and bring him over there? So must.
Why you say that?
Because Matthew Wooling, who is my player, that just played for Trinidad, right? He played in Iceland for a year. And Matt went back to Trinidad rather than go back to Iceland. You saw Matthew Wooling, they played in the Trinidad game. You know Wooling, though?
You look at Indian youth, yeah.
Yeah. I played for Trinidad against Jamaica the other day, and all of us link up on it. But as I said, I really don't mash it up too badly, but I want King to do well. But the most important thing that has to happen right now, somebody has to take King and work on his left foot and left side. Because the minute Whisper saw that his left side was weak, all Whisper had to do was cut him. And he kept beating it. Yeah? And a lot of people don't take the players and work on their technical side. Yeah?
Yeah.
You see Tyreek McGee? What do you think affects his football? Hype him, build, talk him good and but you never fix him right foot and his right side. So
Yeah,
that
but
means this, when you go into the higher levels, was just clear.
But would you take some blame for the Tyreek Maggie because at some point you were the manager?
No. I brought back Tyreek McGee down to Jamaica, and I spent a lot of time and effort training him, working on his right foot, working on his right side playing mentality, and he went off and went back, didn't have faith, and one side with another man. So whatever him get from that man is that he deserve. Simple. Let me tell you something. I tell people all the time, loyalty is two-sided. The reason you see me stay the way I stay about my players is that as much as I defend my players will defend me. As much as I fight for them, they'll fight for me. As much as I push them, they will support me and never leave me. Yeah? Tyreek came in, not even for a few months, push hard for him, even got him into the national team because I was working on his right side. And even in that game against, I think it's Costa Rica, he played exceptionally well. And he could see he was using the right foot. But when you go to a man who don't know football, and there's a little man that just try to make a money off of it to transfer it to a club, you're going to have a problem. Most agents are just opportunists, you know. A lot of agents in football are opportunists. Them see a player that is not able to think that him can get a representative. Him can represent him and him have a link in our club somewhere. So I'm just transfer him to the club, get the player thing and get the transfer money and him gone. You don't see him again. Where was the agent that took Tyreek to Oipen? He disappeared. Tyreek wouldn't know where to find him right now. Yeah? Every day I talk to my players. Every day I look out for them. If there's a problem at them home, just sort it out. If a man try to violate them, defend them. Whatever it is, before they become a pro and after they become a pro. That's your job. You know? And I wish Tyreek all the best. I really do. I think I'm going to Scandinavia or something like that probably. You know? But I remember having an opportunity for him and saying, if you want to go to Scandinavia, he said, no, I'm not going. Right? Because he doesn't understand. Sometimes you need to take a step back to take 10 steps forward. You know? There was a player that played for Genk that went to Norway, dominated the Norway league, and came back and played for Genk. And him gone on to a higher level. But, you know, humility, being humble, recognizing when you make a mistake and say sorry, it's important. Important.
Fair enough. All right. So what are your thoughts going forward for the national team, for the senior team? Coach come in and get a good result against Mexico. What are your thoughts? You believe in this coach, he can take it to the promised land?
What I believe of this coach is that he's open to suggestions. He has character in that he cannot be bent and broken and forced. I don't think this coach, when he called Whisper to the senior team, I don't think it was a favorable decision in the JFF. Obviously, if Speed was the chairman of the technical committee, I talked on your show about Whisper. So, when that coach chose Whisper to go in the national team, I'm sure Speed never liked it. I'm sure other people, I heard Dennis Chung was telling people, or coaches telling that Whisper not good and this and that. And to see that the coach was able to stand up and have backbone and call whisper, it augurs well for the inclusion of the best talents. So I think that if he sees the best talents out there, he will pick them. Whether the JFF is going to allow him to do his job is another question. You know? Because I'm not sure, but I remember somebody saying to me that it's in his contract that if they want to override a decision, they can. You know?
You know the coach contract?
That's what I heard, but don't quote me on it. I may be wrong, but that's an inside person telling me from a secondary, third-hand information.
But you think this coach, a big coach like this, I'd agree with something?
I just don't think he will accept that. I don't think he will accept that. I think he's an alpha male. You know, I don't think he's a joke. I don't think he's afraid of anybody. I don't think he's afraid of me. I don't think he's afraid of anybody. And if they don't make him do his job, he will just dust off his sandals and move to another country. You know? But what I do know is that he's willing to learn. I think there's a big difference between hold on, let me let out Bam Bam. Hold on. Come here, Bam Bam. Come here. You're such a good boy. Come here, Bam Bam. Come on in. Come here, Bam Bam. Come here. You're such a
Craig got the best, you know. People, hit the like button and stop playing game. Unseen and your friend them, hit the like button. People, just be patient. Be patient, the people, man.
It's not a great Bam Bam here. Say hi, Bam Bam.
Oh, Craig Butler.
Great Bam Bam. I'm glad you're on better speaking terms. Because it's important, and a lot of things were said about me, that I didn't like, didn't appreciate, and even with my way of addressing you sometimes, because I'm so angry at what you were doing.
Yeah, fix back the camera. Kind of move.
I was so angry about what was said. I kind of styled it some little way when I shouldn't have styled it still. So for that, Ryan, I apologize. Not for why I did what I did, but how I did it. Because, take a man who can say sorry still. So sorry that I while up on them thing there. I still believe that everything that I said and did, and I think I've shown you why I did it. So you understand better now. We can't disclose it on the air because we'll get countries banned from football.
Yeah.
But you know for yourself now why I defended Whisper the way I did and why I behaved the way I did. And I would do it again in a heartbeat, but I would probably do it with less abrasion and cussing and disrespect because I don't need to do that. Yeah, but again, as I said, let's try and move forward. I think with the football for Jamaica, you asked me what I think we need to do. I think we need to allow that coach the freedom to do his job. I think he has to recognize what the strengths of Jamaicans are and to utilize that in the system that he will use. If you notice, he changed up his system several times. From the game with Trinidad to the game after that was totally different against Mexico.
Yeah.
So you can see that he's adapting, learning, and changing, and tweaking his things. So when you look at the talent that's available, I mean, you have a Leon, you have my guy from West Ham, you have Demarai Gray coming on board, you have a Whisper, you have...
Oh, you know Demarai Gray come on board?
Is he?
Me ask you, oh, you know.
I heard. I saw that he was getting his passport. Someone must have posted it up. I don't know.
Yeah, man. Today something come out again. He might go there. He might go there for the Gold Cup. If no injured, he will be
Which
there
is
for the
good.
Gold.
Which is good. So if you look at that, Nana is becoming more mature in his position. Andre is obviously a champion between the sticks as a goalkeeper. Maturity. And if he has a good mix of youth and maturity now, he'll be fine. You know?
Ethan Pinnock too.
Mitchell is going
Ethan
to
Pinnock.
Aston Villa. Dovey is
Them
leaving for
going on
Aston Villa
Charles.
soon, and I'm getting visa and everything already.
Oh, he might go on Charles.
Yeah, but I'm gonna make it, man. I'm gonna say go up there already and beat them up 7-4 now. So 2 years later, he's a beast and I'm big enough, strong. So yeah, Zane Pinnock is going off shortly. Damoy Whitfield go off shortly. Zander, I'm gonna go over Levante and Portugal and yeah, man.
So tell me something.
And I like Saka a lot. I go to work on his left foot because I end up in the same scenario where them are use him to play, but nobody now work on him in weaknesses, you know. And he and I look on it and him agree on it, so we're gonna work on it. Represent him well, support him, get him through, you know.
So tell me something with this Reggae Boyz team. What would you say say big man thing, Craig, Leon now go on good. When it come on to the Reggae Boyz, he need to step up in game, man. I think that's the only way. Are the only thing that left for Jamaica. We need somebody to carry it and have the nation and depend on Leon for that. And anytime him ever step up for Jamaica, them can't hold we again. You agree with that?
You realize that the game against Mexico is the first time Chippy is playing in that altitude, right?
A lot of the man them were playing in Mexico the first time they play.
Exactly. So you recognize also that the previous game, Leon scored, right?
Which game that?
Against Mexico?
Yeah, that's one of the best game them against Suriname too. I think
so let us ask each other this. Okay? If Leon played 9 games for the national team and he had 5 man of the match performances, yeah? And Bobby Reid have a man of the match performances with those 2 stunning goals and what's my guy from West Ham name again?
Mikel Antonio
score a steamer and have a man of the match there. And Onandi Lowe play well in the midfield and sometimes Ravel perform. You ever stop to think that? You think Messi, when Messi play, have a good game every game?
No.
Okay. So if Leon have 5 man of the match performances out of 9, you don't cut him a little slack that him can have an off day. You ever stop to think that some of those games he's playing with a nigga? Man, I play day in, day out to the Premier League, you know.
Yeah, but what do you mean by nigga? So every time we come play with Jamaica, I'm have a nigga?
No, because 5 of those games he had man of the match performances out of 9.
Hold on. Which man of the match you talk about? Are you just attack in the future?
All right, which man? Again.
Which man of the match you talk about?
Tell me the games Leon has played.
Recently,
Paul Hall took over that national team, right? You're in the interim between when Coach Halgrimson come in. When Paul Hall took over that team, how did Leon play?
and this is where now me gonna be totally honest with it. You see, under Paul Hall against Andy Ross, he played well. I must say that. Suriname, him did well. Mexico, him did well. You see them 3 games there for Jamaica, I can't question his ability. Yeah? Them 3 games them play good. One in a World Cup qualifier and 2 in a Nation League. But previous Gold Cup, friendlies, nothing. Mexico, nothing.
Why?
But under Paul and what me kind of really like, I love Paul and look at time when they did it. At the first coach, I see take Jamaican team in a short period of time, and they look much more going forward, attacking, they creating opportunity.
Okay.
But
so if Leon Bailey is a creative player, and you start to tell people, which is all that Paul Hall did, give him the ball. Give him the ball. Paul Hall said it. He said, I'm going to build my team around Leon Bailey.
yeah, true path, definitely. But
Give
it's
him the
not
ball.
every coach. It's not every coach I go play that way there.
Hold on now. Okay. And if this new coach is coming in and he's now trying to get to know his chess pieces, and he's experimenting, you don't think you take a little time for Leon to and the coach to connect?
Me I go gear that 100%. Me I go gear that, and me like what Mr. Al Grim say I go, because as what you say, me never see another national manager where tweak him system about 2 or 3 times in a 1 game. And Mr. Al Grim say do that. In the game against Mexico, we look much more better attacking going forward, but still have a lot more work to do. But Leon still having, so me go give him a tool after the Gold Cup, me can assess in performance. If
Let me ask you this. Let me give you a good example of the impact that a coach can have on a player. When Dean Smith went to Aston Villa and he brought Leon over, yeah? And they fired Dean Smith and brought in Steven Gerrard. How was Leon playing?
hot and cold under Gerrard.
He was playing horrible. Because Gerrard took him, played him out of position, did not use any wingers, and played him into the midfield. Okay. New coach come in. New coach understand him. New coach is charismatic. New coach is smart. New coach know how to use him. The new
If
coach
I
knows
understand,
to
there's a
explain what
difference
he
in
wants.
Spaniard. The Spanish coach, I see the England coach, I'm stuck in them. They really
new
have that
coach knows
flexibility.
how to explain what he wants from the player. How has Leon been playing for Aston Villa? Aston Villa have gone from 16th position to 6th position. Leon
Massive
was playing some rotted ball. So, how a player plays has how a coach delivers and the impact of the coach has a lot to do with how the player plays. I think that Leon is going to do very, very well in the Gold Cup. I think that Whisper will do very well. Yeah. I think that we have a really good chance of winning this Gold Cup. If we don't go with the foolishness, we don't start bringing in players and playing them just because this JFF official want him to play and get capped. I want him to get exposure. You use the best players that you have. Yeah. If, for example, a Dujuan Richards, Dujuan Richards does not know what Chelsea Academy look like, right?
Yeah.
He not go over there, so. He not go over the U21 side. None talk. You get me? Him don't know what Newcastle Academy. Him focus on the first team. Now, you have a player like that? If you look at Whisper's game, the second game versus Trinidad and Tobago, I am biased, right? because he's my player. I represent him. Do you believe that he was the best player on the pitch?
The game in the National Stadium?
Yes. Who was the most effective player on the pitch? How many people hit the post?
You know, so I remember that game they do.
Whisper pick up the thing and dribble on the man and bust it and lick the post.
Hey.
Yeah? Now,
so
the problem that we'll have.
You know, more ask a serious question because you see that same game after that in the Mexico game. Why that grumble? The coach never bring it. And him say, yo, too many things was going on around Whisper at the time. And you know that too.
I don't know about too many things going on around Whisper at the time, you know. All I can tell you.
The coach said a lot of things have been going on.
All I can say to you is that, and I want you to read between the lines, a friendly game, yeah, is able to showcase the player's talent, right? But he's not camp tied in a national friendly game to the country. However, an official FIFA game, like the Mexico game, would automatically cap tie the player. So you'll have players who say, I cannot play in that game for personal reasons because they want to use Jamaica to showcase their talent to another possible national team, but refuse to go on the Mexico game because they don't want to be captied and give all sorts of excuses. You have, if at that time Whisper's thing had not been ratified or there was a way to try and block it, yeah, like they was trying to argue that Phoenix was not affiliated to the Football Association. You remember that argument?
Yeah.
Okay. If that could have derailed Whisper's deal, then Whisper, if he went to Mexico, would have been captied to Jamaica. And he would not have been able to. The Qatari people would not have been able to invite him and have him come down there to play for their national team. So maybe many things were going on around Whisper. One thing I can tell you about Dujuan Richards, he loves this country. And money can't buy the youth there. Love Jamaica, money can't buy him. Because if it was money that could be buying him, he'd be in Qatar right now. And if I was a manager that did not research and make sure I protect my players, there would be a big challenge with him in Qatar. Because if you do the maths, you'll realize how the stories and reports that have come out about how the Qatari have treated foreign workers. Yeah? And for me, I'd rather know that as a manager, I represent my client, I'm a zealous advocate for my client, I protect my client and ensure that his future, where he goes, he's in good stead and not in Qatar playing for the national team. And in order for him to leave the country, the prince have to give permission. You know that, right?
So the prince have to give permission to leave Qatar. Players.
I sent you a voice note, don't?
Craig, you say you can't go down in a them thing there. Why you go up on them thing there?
Me not tell you to say what it is. I just asked you about something.
Yes, Bridging, but nobody go down this. Next thing, cooler man.
All right. Now, if someone can get rid of their entire national team and want to get new ones, new blood, don't them can get rid of the new blood the same way when they become more senior?
Yeah.
And that's your way?
Yeah.
Okay. I will protect Whisper and I'll protect all Phoenix players that I manage all players that I manage, period, because it's not just Phoenix players we manage. I'll protect them with my life to the end.
All
So,
right. All right. So let's move on now. So Whisper went to Newcastle and Charles, and after that we hear Chelsea. Everything Chelsea are jumping at the fire for everybody. What happened? Take us to that moment when the sporting, or you say the chief of scout, come to Jamaica to land Dujuan Richards to Chelsea. Take us through that moment and the Newcastle and everything. What
it's
happened?
not said really good.
Talk to me now, man. Tell me what happened, man. The full story. Right? Many have said why not Newcastle. Many have said why not Newcastle.
I'm always negotiating what is in the best interest of the players. One of the things that I need to hear is that this player will get a chance to the first team, not loan, not possible loan, not telling me he's going to be on a loan from day one, but first team, because I believe in my player. So I believe that my player can play first team now. The relationship with Joe Shields, who's the head of recruitment for Chelsea, didn't begin at Chelsea. That's what people don't understand. It began when he was at Man City 2 years ago. And Man City scouts had come down to the academy, and we had meetings and spoke with Joe several times. Loved the player. And then he moved to another club, and then he moved to Chelsea. And for me, what was important was the relationship that Joe has kept with all his players from the beginning of his career till now as a man working on the club side of business. Players that he has at different clubs, he still maintain relationships with them. So the player to him was more important than just recruiting a player for the club. So he would take care of them. And I was assured of that. I was assured that the level of Chelsea in terms of the infrastructure, the club, the history, Chelsea is Chelsea, bro. You know, that's like Real Madrid coming for you, and you're at and you say to Real Madrid, no. The offer was better for the player. The conditions were better for the player. The relationship with the academy was better. And the things they wanted, commitments on from a managerial level for the player, we got, you know. So to me, it felt little sense to go down the Newcastle route. But indeed, although Newcastle made a very good offer and were very gracious with us and we appreciate it, what Chelsea came with was just too good for the player. Forget the money. The player. First team football.
Chelsea signed him to play first team football.
Of course.
Not to develop him.
First team. Whisper is a monster, you know.
Yeah. Oh, him body look now, because I'm going to a new country and all of them stuff there now.
Body powerful, you know. Whisper is powerful, you know.
Well, on man, him start put on some weight, start pump some iron.
Whisper is a powerful beast. You know understand? Phoenix man, them a monster, you know.
Yeah, me know that, Craig. Me ask if
all right,
you start
Jamani Bell was the youngest player on the national under 17.
Yes, Craig. But listen to me after Craig, man. Please, listen. I'm saying he's going to Chelsea now, not playing in the Manning Cup. His Whisper start to put on weight like Ryan LFC.
Whisper is bigger than you, Ryan. By far.
In our size, in a height.
Let me ask you a question. You ever look at Whisper's legs?
No.
You ever took a good look at his legs?
No, whisper. No, Craig, nobody go down that. Nobody go down that road. Whisper no bigger than me. Whisper no bigger than me.
Would you say Don Hugh Mitchell is big?
Than you.
Dovey.
Dovey. I would say Akeem Bernard big. Akeem Bernard, huge
giant. Akeem Bernard is not big. He's a giant. He's 17 and he's friggin' 6'5" and a monster.
No man, in I'm body. I see him on Instagram and skip and I see him lose a whole heap of weight. The man body is transformed, Bridget. Him ready now.
Okay. Well, Whisper is doing double sessions every day. He's doing weights. He's doing physical training. He's doing technical training. He's doing public speaking and image projection with Laura Butler. He's doing proper nutrition and eating. Every day they have a professional program at Phoenix. Every morning they get their protein shake, them get them soup, them get them this, them that, them. Brother, trust me, we're doing everything that's possible to ensure that he's on a certain level. And he's physically extremely strong. There's nobody in the Premier League in Jamaica who can push Whisper off the ball. Nobody. Nobody. Let me ask you this, right? You saw the Trinidad game?
Yeah, I saw it, but I can't remember it. A good one. No,
you need to watch it again. And you will realize that is a 17-year-old boy that went on the field and made the adults look like they were children. Because he was physically stronger than everybody else. They couldn't push him down or nothing like that. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
So no, I'm not worried about Whisper in that way. And you know, you need to understand, Raheem Sterling, yeah, Leon Bailey, they're not as big as Whisper, and they're doing very well in the Premier League. So what are you worried about?
Yeah, but them Craig, listen to me now, Craig. Omar Hutchinson, Dexter, compared to all of the players them in Jamaica in that Trinidad game, when you look at them built and stuff, you know how professional thing. You can look at Leon frame. You understand? Him not big, but him have that frame work. Just like
of course, Leon was built in Phoenix. Leon is very strong. The point I'm making is
I did not see that and Whisper have that frame work.
We are talking about, brother.
Craig, just cool man, Craig, man.
Hold on now. Omari Hutchinson standing beside Whisper look like a prep school baller versus a money cup baller.
No, man. Craig, you know me talking, man. As a player, yeah, or your physiques look, that's going to bring you through. I'm not saying Whisper is not there now, but remember this, Craig. Remember this. I saw a picture of these foreign players that come. And even me said pan here, say, yo, the JPL and the Jamaican player, they need to take a book out of Leon Bailey, Shamal Nicholson. You see, like Shamal Nicholson and Whisper are the same height. But when you look on Shamal Nicholson, you can see the framework and the structure. You know?
Boss, we love Shamal. And he's a good youth, but he's not bigger or stronger than Whisper. Whisper is actually bigger than him.
Craig. Whisper is just turned 17, 18 this Wednesday day. He will get there. I guarantee you.
When Shamal was 16, when Shamal was 17, was he as big as Whisper?
When Shamal was what? Shamal playing in the Premier League, dominating the Premier League.
The Premier League?
Yes. When Shamal was 17, 16, Shamal dominated in the Jamaican Premier League against O'Neal, Bigger Thompson, and all of these players.
I'm saying to you that is not a benchmark, bro.
Anyway,
Say the Jamaican Premier League. Phoenix play the Jamaican Premier League teams and we dump them up.
all right. Let's move on from that still. Let me see something.
Let me give you this, right? Chelsea came back and said to me, Whisper is a beast. He's bigger than anybody else in
Me
this.
not talk about the beast, you know, man. Me not talk
There's
about
a wall now. There's a Whisper is bigger and stronger than anybody else in all of England at his age. All of England. Newcastle said the same thing. So Ryan, I'm gonna ask you a question. You ready? Hello?
Yeah, man. Me look on some picture of Whisper still, recent picture, compared to the Manning Cup picture them. So,
You look bigger though.
yeah.
Okay. So say sorry. I'll accept you sorry.
Yeah, me look on them recent picture them and still, but me still think him up. The most important thing is him lower body or him lower body. Him lower body. Because me's a trainer, you know, so me can tell, you know, when a player I put on sizes, you know. So me just look on him recent picture them compared to the Manning Cup. Alright, so watch this. I'm gonna show you a couple picture, Craig. So this is Whisper last month. You see that?
Yeah.
Alright. Look at Whisper now in this month of which month we in? April. Look at this. This was 24 hours ago. Look at this.
He's a monster.
Look at this now. Look at this picture. You see, me need him fair put on a little bit. Not big, need him fair put on a little bit of them shoulder there. So when boy come and drop them big. No, Craig, let me tell you this. Craig, and you know that too. You see, him have the lower body in the boy. You see when them big boy, them big defender in England, rest them big shoulder, can ring out all their back in the up this in a firm, you know. Well, you can ease them up, but
One of the most important thing you don't want is Whisper to become like Mikel Antonio.
yeah, you don't want him to too big. But,
Mikel Antonio has his strength and his power, and that was how he was when he was younger. Whisper needs to continue to be supple, fluent, liquid, and dangerous, but with the strength to power pass and keep off defenders. We don't want to have Whisper be lifting too much weights, too heavy weights, where you bulk up and get slow.
not
Whisper
correct.
could have Whisper by one might me time and put him 400 brother.
Me know.
Whisper could have covered at the top 3 of boys champs.
All right, let me just talk to the people I'm in the comment section. Unseen and all of you guys. Unseen, understand this. 2, when you're training as a gym trainer, you train every athlete different. You train a track and field athlete, they lift the weights totally different from a footballer. Me now, me.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me share something with you. I do not believe in weights. I never have. Let me finish. I never have. And I never will. I believe in calisthenics. Using the body weights, your body weight, to do it. So you see like a man like all Zlatan and them man there?
Yeah.
Them man there do calisthenics.
Yeah.
Yeah? So his body is strong, powerful, but fluid, liquid, and flexible.
Yeah.
That's what I want for Whisper. That's what we've worked on with Leon. That's what we've worked on with all of the players that we've had. And let me tell you something. Me not change, you know. You know why me not change? Because it ain't broke.
Okay. Fair
Me
enough.
not try to fix it.
Fair enough.
Every day, the training levels that we do, no one in the history of this country has ever done it. When them youth had done in the evening time here, Whisper in an interview say, what him do for fun? Eat. What him do next? Sleep. Because He's training in the morning. Yeah? If going through him public speaking and him social media fixing and all that, something them the day. And in the evening, him playing a game, training. And that's like 5 days a week, 6 days a week. Come weekend and a Sunday, all we got to do something to enjoy yourself. But truth be told, the players are tired. They eat. They are building at the level that they're supposed to do. How much push-up you can do?
Non-stop. Can get 150 non-stop.
Okay. Well, Whisper can do about 400.
Anyway, Craig, listen.
But Whisper not the only one.
As I say, Craig, let me tell you something.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
What Craig, stay away there, man, and nobody go no man. Sure. Peep. Alright. Auntie, let me tell you something, Auntie, when me a chain, me lift, today me lift, if me lift, my bulk and cut at the same time. You hear that, Auntie? Cut and strength and core. Yeah? So you know where I say, Auntie, but sit down. But anyway.
All right, Bruce Lee, right? Did Bruce Lee do weights?
Craig, me not listen, man. Me not challenge upon this.
Push up on his fingertips.
Hold on, man. Are you the teacher? You are the teacher, and you say it no broke. I was just saying. I'm not saying him for big and bulk, but you have that stamina. But here, I'm gonna leave it there. So I'm gonna move on, car. It no broke, I'm gonna allow you to do it because
I'll show you something, man.
Yo, listen to me, no, man. May I move on from that, brother? You hear me? I say, yeah.
Hey,
but
you know what the players do after training done? After them done to them push up, sit up, whatever, and then football and them this and that, they run 4 back-to-back 400 meters.
Yeah, but
2 back-to-back 200 meters.
But Craig, me not gonna argue upon this, you know, cause listen.
Wait, no, it's okay.
Hold on, man. Hold on,
I have
man.
something to show you. Come around here, sir.
Hold on, man. Before you go into that, Craig, at this me I try to show you, brother.
Come down here. Just wait now, man. Wait now. Just wait, man. Wait. My turn. Take off your shirt.
Yo, Craig, you can't do that on the show, Craig, man. What you do, Craig? You can't have the look, man. Remember, say kids dead there, man. Yo.
Show me abs, Mighty. Show me abs. Show me muscle length. Both I'll show you. All right. So, you want to tell my chance how it is? My 12-year-old here.
Yeah.
Them man be like a machine. Mexi, come here, Mexi.
Yo, listen, man.
Mexi, show me abs.
No. Craig.
Show me abs, Mexi.
Craig, hold on, man. Craig, just listen to me, man. You can't do that, Reggie. You can't do that, brother. Remember, come on, Craig, man. Stop it, man, Craig. Remember, we have other kids and I watch a show, man. You get where the one, man. You can't get where no more, man, Craig, man. Come on.
You don't worry about that. What may I tell you, say?
Remember, Craig, hold on, man. Craig, listen, man. Craig, no. Listen to what I say to you, Reggie. Remember, say, turn the thing, man. Remember, say, a public. You think I can take off my shirt and show my ab them?
If you want.
Me not go do that, brother. Me don't need to prove to nobody, Reggie, man. You understand?
No,
you don't need to do that.
So I prove the methods.
So
I show you a 12-year-old with a 20-pack.
But you see, because
I feel like a monster.
It's good. Trust me.
And one of the things I want to ask you, realize the confidence level that you there?
Listen, my love, and this is what I try to tell the JPL player them. You see, look at them, look at player them. Me see, the look you have on him shirt and him belly a bang over him shirt, you know. I push out, you know, and the JPL, him at 12. Yeah, I'm glad in a way, I'm glad me make it show him. Yeah, I'm glad I make it show him. So the JPL player them on the see, they look at you at 12 and look at the youth physiques and I play football. You see,
and that is every player feel it.
So, Craig, I not gonna lie still. I never want you to do that still, but it's a good example to show the JPL player them. Because I worry them all the time, so they must go at the gym. But one of the next thing, Craig, good. But you
But
know,
you cannot ask the JPL players to go to the
well,
gym.
Craig, well, I'm make a point. Because this is the thing when I come back down to Leon now, you know. I come back down to Leon now, you know. You see, you say you don't believe in a gym. You say Leon pick up a whole heap of injury. As a trainer, what the gym does for you, you know, where it give that strength and protect you from some of these injuries. You know. Not saying you get
We
injured.
use weights to strengthen the muscles around injuries. So say for example, my Bikey Junior, have a ligament injury, will strengthen the muscles around that knee to ensure that he has more power. But we use weights for those things. But just to generally bulk up on weights and stuff, don't believe it.
No man, no football no build, so Brenna. When I tell people players say players need to lift weights. Me not tell the youth them to go bulk up because them are gonna get slow. Naturally,
Exactly.
as a player, you want to flexible, you have that strength. You understand? No man can look at Salah. You see Salah? You see Salah physiques?
Yeah.
No joke. A them thing no me a talk about. And
But Salah physique not any different than Whisper.
nah, come on, man, Craig. Don't go
Whisper
there.
ripped, you know.
Me know in the competition still, man. But just leave that now, man. Come on. Stay out of them thing, then, man, Craig, man.
What
Compare,
message
man.
is
But
at Phoenix.
mm,
When you buy a player from Phoenix, you know, what you get is a track athlete with the skill sets of Europeans and the football knowledge and IQ. Because all players are training like track athletes. So you see how you're saying both look? You see how that's how our players are trained to look.
yeah,
If you after you done train, you do a back-to-back 400 meter.
yeah,
4 back-to-back 400 meter with 3 man. And the one who come third have to run again. You're in a competitive environment. And when you're done, you do 200 meters. And when you're done, you do 100 meter shuttle. All of them have them reason. One of them is to keep conditioning over a period of time. The other one is to increase your sprints.
Big up,
Make sure you eat up a dinner like a boy.
big up to all of the people them down in the comment section. Big up to the people them who are watch and now say nothing. Yeah? Appreciate all of you guys. Come from underneath the bed. All of the man them who are watch and now say nothing. Come from underneath the bed. You understand?
Stay underneath there. You don't belong.
Yeah.
But anyway, I really don't want any confrontation and things. So I just really want to come out and say, Ryan, you are you to come up in a Phoenix. And want you continue to do your work. I want you to remember these statements. It is not what a man does that makes his actions sacred or secular. It is why he does it. So based off what I have shown to you, I'm sure you appreciate and understand why I did what I did regarding Whisper. Don't you appreciate and understand it?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay. And if I had to do it again, I do it again and again and again. Right? But I am glad we are on even keel and just want to see you grow, continue to grow, continue to live your life, continue to be a good dad, continue to make your way in Canada. And at the end of the day, when you can, if you can, take 2 little youth and do some work with them and help them to achieve them dreams.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I appreciate the kind words and stuff and all of them stuff there. So people, big up to all of them down in the comment section. But Where is Whisper right position? Cause this thing, Craig, me go beat you, and may I tell you, stay up on the good track, stay up on the right side, cause I go fling my belt buckle over there when you misbehave. Where is
You
Whisper
don't need
right?
to send. You don't need to
Hold on,
beat
man.
anybody. You
Hold
can
on.
ask, and I can
Where is
help.
Whisper right position? Because every time I hear you say Whisper can play anyway. But when him play out a position, you say yo, the coach a play him out a position. But you say all Phoenix player can play everywhere. So you contradict yourself sometimes. Talk to me. Explain it to me.
If you look back at the history and the articles of Leon, you will see that I've said my attacking players, they play all 3 points of attack, right? So they play right, like the forwards will play right wing, left wing, center forward. Now, it doesn't mean that they make a good attacking midfielder, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Or it doesn't mean that they play a good second striker. It means that they're good in certain positions. For example, when Leon Bailey plays left wing, he's a supplier. When he plays right wing, he's a deadly finisher. You realize that?
Mm-hmm.
When he plays right wing, he's more deadly and creative.
Mm-hmm.
When he plays left wing, he's a runner. Why? Because he has perfected the art of taking you on down the right wing and cutting in and whipping it with the left. But when he's on the left wing, he's going to take you on and go down the left wing and cross it with the left foot. So if you look at his games and the history of his games, you'll see a lot of his assists, most of his assists coming from the left side with that whip crossing. Most of his goals coming from the right side. Yeah? Leon has played as a center forward in Genk before. And because of the rules, if he even with his club right now, in playing as a second striker some of the time and an attacking mid some of the time. But they're giving him the freedom to go on the wings and do what he wants to do. Whisper is a different type of player. Whisper can post up and play striker, dead striker. Yeah? But again, like all Phoenix players, they're developed the same way. On the right wing, Whisper got cut in and score for him. On the left wing, may give you a lot of crosses. You understand? It don't mean they can't mix it up there. They are 30-70% difference. So you might go down there. On the right side, Whisper will give you 70% goal, 30% pass. Finish assist. On the left side, it will give you 70% pass, 30% goals. Right? So it's important that you understand that all of our players are developed that way. Zane Pinnock developed that way.
So,
developed that way. All of them can play all over the place.
So going forward on any more interview, I don't want you say player play at a position. Once them play anywhere in the attacking tree, at them to do them well.
Whisper was not playing in the attacking tree.
Against Trinidad?
The first game, no.
Where we play?
He was playing as a second striker.
When? In the second game or the first game?
The first game. And the second game.
I think he coming out of the left hand side in the first game. Montego Bay.
No. Hutchinson was playing on one side.
No, Hutchinson were playing in the midfield. In the first game.
Hutchinson was playing on one side of the wing. In the first game. Whisper was not playing on the wings. He was in the middle. Go back and look at it.
No, Hutchinson play as a number 10. And at the second game, the coach put him out on the wing.
Christ, brother. Go look at it now. Ask your people in the container section. If the first game in Montego Bay, if Hutchinson wasn't playing out wide, you had 2 out wide players and 2 center forward.
So whose formation we are using? 4-4-2?
They played a 4-4-2 formation.
Okay. Alright. I remember them game the 2 well still. So yeah.
They were playing a 4-4-2. Now winger Whisper plays extremely well, like Leon, with his back to the line. So they can look at you in your eye, take you and mash you up. When he plays with his back to the goal, he will do well. And you can train him for what you ask him to do because he's a coachable player. But when I play Whisper, he play upon the flank. Yeah? He play upon the flank. When I play Whisper, he play on the flank.
Okay.
As a right winger or as a left winger, I'm free to go. The 2 winger them are switch up all the time.
Okay. So the people them are say you're correct, Mr. Butler. So my apology.
Yeah.
My
You're not gonna tell a lie. Although you tell me some is a liar. I'm not tell a lie, brother. I tell a lie.
Mr.
I want to take this opportunity. Somebody said that I told a lie that Kevon Atkins side with Bayern Munich when it never was so. Let me share how this really did go. I just gone to Europe with Kevon, right? Bayern Munich wanted the player, wanted to sign him, right? I was like, yes, in boss and gone through with everything. Only to realize that he can't sign until he reached 18. And at the time he was 16 because he was a non-European player.
So at the time you just learn the business then.
Exactly. You understand?
Okay.
So that's how it go. What is that? Hello? Hello? I cannot hear you.
Yeah, my apology. May I hear you? So I was saying at the time when you just come out, at that time with Kevon Atkins, where you say you never know the business, you learn the business.
Exactly. I didn't know the rules. I was learning the rules. I came up with my 3 boys. I was learning, brother. We're going from point A to point B. I will learn. While they're learning, I'm learning too,
Okay.
You know?
All right, sir.
It was their first trip to Europe, but people don't realize it was also mine. But as time went by, we learned. I learned. We grow. We know the rules. We operate within the rules. And we move our players and we do the best that we can for the players and the country and we move forward.
All right. So, Demarvio, what do you think he will add to this Jamaican team before he leave?
I think he just has a lot of the creativity.
Leon, good friend, you know.
He and Leon had trained and played together while he went over to Leverkusen while Leon was there. So there's a good relationship there. I think, we just add to the plethora of good wingers and attacking players that we have. A Bobby Reed. What we really need right now is a good number 10. A man who can string the passes to those players going forward.
Yeah, you love the number 10 to me, man.
No, it's not. You need to understand the connection. My little player, Denzel McKenzie, just turned 17 this year, but that's the closest we have right now.
And you can play Demar Green at number 10, man. Can play number 10 for Everton now. Sometime.
But he's still a winger.
Yeah.
What about
Ravel at number 10?
They don't have the vision to.
What about Ravel at the number 10? You have Ravel at number 10 and you have 2 players sit behind Ravel.
The problem with Ravel is that Ravel plays a lot of short passes and slows down the game.
Take a lot of touch.
and take a lot of touches and slow down the game. And with the game that we need to play as a nation, we can't slow down the game. You have to play like how, I'm sorry to say, but Phoenix is a good example. Or Mona High. You have to play like that. You have to play with quick transition. Get the ball to Leon or get the ball to Bobby or get the ball to Chris or get the ball to Gray or whoever. Take out the man, get it to the line and cross and finish. And do that 20 times in the game.
Leverkusen do that right now under Xavi Alonso. For Leverkusen play that right now in Germany.
Exactly. Yeah. And why they're doing that? Because they have fast wingers with speed, a good transition, and they have a good player that can play the balls quickly.
What do you think about Bobby Reed as the number 10?
Possible. But you just have to program him to do that.
Okay.
So leave the ego, get the ball quickly, get it to either the feet of our winger, or into the space of the winger, or to the center forward and get the 1-2 and go through. But don't hold it and look cool and knock it.
Yeah.
That's a kind of skill the game.
All right, fair enough. We have a caller online, Mr. Butler. Good evening, Shava. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, night, Ryan. Night, Mr. Butler.
Hi.
You hearing me?
Yeah, we're hearing you. Go ahead.
Yeah, all right, Mr. Butler. I wanted to talk. The first day that I saw in Mobile, where Whisper came on, I saw a connection that I was wondering, based on your opinion on that particular game, Whisper and Omari. I saw a connection between those two. I'm not sure if you had the same perception as well, but a lot of persons were saying the same thing as well. What do you think about those two potentially playing together as well?
I think that eventually, when the team is put first, they will be good. I'm not sure if Omari Hutchinson will commit to playing for Jamaica. If you notice, he's always played in the friendly games, and then for personal reasons, he doesn't play in the games that would cap time. And I'm saying this to you now, Omari. If you love Jamaica and you want to play for Jamaica, get cap tied and play for the country. Do not use it as an opportunity to showcase your talent. Yeah? You're a good talent, you're a good player. Respect you, but commit. If you're going to commit to Jamaica, play in a game that will cap tie you, so you'll only be able to play for Jamaica. Yeah? And I think that if the delivery, if they work more on delivery from the wingers, the strikers have to get fed, You have to get fed. And if you're playing on the flank and you don't cross the balls, you might have a challenge. But I don't think that that's something that Hallgrimson can't manage. He's strong and he's also charismatic, so I'm sure he'll be able to get the players to work together for the betterment of the team. What I do know is that we have a plethora of talent. I mean, Gray, Chippy, Whisper, Mikel Antonio, Shemar, Bobby, some of the young ones that come up, young Paris and thing. You have actually people now that are behind them that in the Manning Cup age and stuff, in that age group, that will be exceptional. And that's why the under 20 cannot be a biased situation. You have to pick the best of the best, so that those players can be groomed for the next level.
Understood. But in my personal opinion, as you said, based on your comment, I'm not sure on that. Hopefully that's not the case. Hopefully he is someone that's really committed. But I saw a connection between both of them, because in the second half, you could see when Whisper came on, we looked more lively. And I think the connection between both those players, as you could see the youth in both of them, and they are really, if Omari does commit to Jamaica, then he would actually be the future. He and Whisper would be a potential future, with the potential of having a Leon and a Damari Gray as well. I could see a very good positive there. It's my personal opinion still. But I just wanted your opinion on Omari and Whisper together. But that should be for now still. Oh, and I wanted to say thanks for you guys for coming for making amends. Football landscape, it wasn't good because it seemed as if there was a Phoenix versus Jamaica thing. So I know me and most of the fans would be extremely grateful that you guys were able to make amends for the betterment of Jamaican football, because we all want to see a Jamaica back at the World Cup. That's our main objective right now.
No problem, and I believe that it's in the best interest of our country that we all work together, all parties, all stakeholders. The journalists, very important journalists, that you must recognize that there's some things that even if you know it, it's better not to say it because it can hurt the players. Say, for example, a player may have done something stupid. Yeah? If you go on and you might be, if you pick up the phone and call him and say, listen, youth, there's something stupid you're doing, don't do that again. Versus you go on the mic and you're starting to speak to millions of people about what the kid did. You're blowing up the situation, letting the world know of a mistake. And remember, you know, a bad reputation can be gained, can be had in one mistake. Good character is built over a lifetime. And if we as people who are guiding the younger ones coming up can see that they make a mistake, beat them up quietly, protect them up out front, and guide them and say, this is where you went wrong. Don't make the same mistake again. Then we will have a better nation and that kid will have a better chance. Sometimes you have to be careful. There are certain things that Ryan knows that I could now open up and just let it go on the internet. If I let it go, it mash up Jamaica football. I lie me I tell Ryan?
Yeah.
Is lie I tell him?
Nah, man, a real talk you make, man.
Okay. But behold it, I don't say nothing. Because
no, we know that, Mr. Butler, we all know that there are a lot of stuff happening behind closed doors. There are some stuff that it could potentially damage Jamaican football. Those are the things that we want to get rid of. We the fans, I don't believe there should be anything like that can mash up our football out there. It should be one transparent thing where, because the fans, again, football is nothing without fans. No matter where you are in the world, without fans, football is nothing.
Absolutely.
And if there's not much transparency, and fans feel disconnected from a particular situation, that's where support is lost. So I personally don't believe Ryan know me, Mr. Butler. As I said, I'm gonna be honest. I was a big fan of you until the recent flare up recently. I'd lost some ounce of but I'm happy amends was made. With the Whisper deal, congratulations on that. Ryan had been one of the biggest person to tell you that he wants you to ensure that it happens. If he didn't, Ryan would have beat you. So yeah, but as I said, Mr. Butler, even though I said I had lost some respect, on a professional level and respectfully, I would never disrespect you. Because as you know, I don't know if you remember, I was always on your show initially when I just started. But because of actions and behavior, I kind of lost some form of respect. But I'm happy that you guys were able to forward together and just come to an understanding. And you guys, because Ryan is the biggest Jamaican football YouTuber, and you are a significant figure in Jamaican football, Mr. Butler. Regardless of what persons want to say, there's nobody in Jamaican football landscape that doesn't know your name. You have had potential. You have had arguably the best product out of Jamaica. You have produced arguably the best product out of Jamaica. So there's nobody that can take that away from you, no matter what. A lot of persons on YouTube respect you. As I said, it's just because of actions why persons may have lost that. But persons respect the work that you have done. Believe me, I can tell you that.
Always
I
remember
don't want
this.
it to feel as if anyone.
Always remember this, you see, that when you see someone saying or doing something, always ask yourself, before you judge, ask yourself, why is that person doing that? You see me, you see Ryan sit down in front of me? The reason Ryan can sit in front of me and tell him a reason and everything is good enough is because Ryan knows now why I did what I did. And he is here telling you that if it was him, he would have been to do the same thing. Come to protect. Yeah? So it's a lot that cannot be said, yeah, publicly. But at the same time, you have to defend. Right? So while a man is, if somebody comes on and they're attacking one of my players, or they're trying to, you hear a man saying, oh, Whisper is then good, I'm not good enough for the national team. Then you have to ask yourself, why is that person saying that? When it's clear. Whisper, Leon Bailey, Whisper, is probably the best homegrown talents, attacking talents to come out of this country. You know? And for someone to say that they're not good enough. Remember, there was a man that was saying that Leon Bailey was Vin Blaine. You remember that, Ryan?
Yeah, Mr. Butler, a lot of persons have realized that a lot of local coaches, persons don't really listen to local coaches that much anymore. If I don't know if you follow YouTube that much, but a lot of persons don't really listen to local coaches anymore because they've lost all. I don't want to say respect, but they don't have faith in local coaches anymore. So that's where you and most of Jamaican fans have agreed on, believe me. So we don't really listen to local coaches that much anymore.
Yeah, but under 15 national training camp call.
Shabbat and Craig, I've got to wrap up, you know, because I'm now going to bed another 12 o'clock in the bitch. Get some rest for it, come on. So, yeah. Yeah, Shabbat, we catch up again, man. Mr. Butler, I have to run leave you now. I have to run leave you now, because I have to get some rest for go to the gym tomorrow and go to so.
Try the calisthenics instead of the gym. It's going to make you bulky, and when you get older, you're going to get fat.
No, man. I tell you, I do this.
Calisthenics is using your body weight, Ryan. Go upside down, put your feet up on the wall, and do push-ups.
I do that too, man. I do that. I do all of them things the way I tell you.
Right? Lock up your ankle and do some sit-ups, brother. Overextend under the sit-up there. Why do you think my hands look so? Them on their machine, you know?
Yeah, Craig, but the right hand though still. Image.
Right.
Talk about the image.
So you look now, you're interested in?
Well, I know. When we talk about image, I am not just a person who got the gym and lift weights. I do a whole heap of cardio. See my bag?
Ryan, look at my Instagram and you can look at how cut and built I was at your age.
When I know that, man, but anyway, Craig, I have to go run leave your car. I have to take some sleep. Walk good and stay out of trouble.
You
Please.
stay out of trouble. I can't stay out of trouble. Trouble follow me.
Trouble always follow me because I always beat the man when they do them bad thing in the football. But I have to go wrapped up and I have to go all asleep for work. People really appreciate all of you.
And I want to say this to everybody. Support Whisper. Be young. Need the support. Need him country. Need the positives all the time. He's been through a lot. A whole lot. And he loves Jamaica. And he stand up for Jamaica. And he will not play for any other country but Jamaica. Support Whisper. Support Leon Bailey. Support Shamar Nicholson. Support all the Jamaicans that never sell out them country. Andre Blake, the whole of them. Nana, the whole of them. Support them and believe in them. And come out and we could try and get this national team to the level of unity that it was under Rennes Moyes. Because this guy, Hal Grimson, he can do it, man. He can do it.
Alright, sir. People,
Alright.
big up on yourself. Nothing but love and respect. Really appreciate all of you guys. We have over 500 people in the chat. Make sure, people, we spend the quality time. Why not hit the like button? When they always a watch and we have to big enough to like the video. It's easy, you know. Hit the like button and hit that subscribe button. The more you like the video, the more other people can see the video. You get me? I say, big up on yourself and think. Nothing but love and respect. People, I'm gonna leave one. I'm out. Thank you guys for watching. Until next time. From your boy Ryan LFC, I like to say, peace out.
Got to start being a little salad, you, and turn with the ball. Yo, look for me when I talk to you, brother. I don't want to see you turn back no more ball. You're a warrior inside of you. You're the heart of a lion inside of you. Wake up and fight. You're the smartest man for the field. Use your head. You're a king of the ball. Come on, man. Our leader give hard for you. And the leader, because of your mistake, step on the bench. In the win-win. You have to lead now. You have to lead now. Look in the behind when I talk to you. You have to lead now. You have to fight now. Time for listening to them because here and over there is over. The color of your skin don't matter. It's the color of your heart. You will fight them and show who we are. At no time at all, we need to be giving up and panicking and turning back the ball. Portion. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Can't take it the same way. I mean, ease up.